Hello, welcome to Black Girls Brunch. I'm Sylvia again.
Yeah.
Lucy Rashad.
Natalie.
Kendall.
And we wanted to talk to you guys about everybody on it. Everybody on it. So we have a lot of people watching our YouTube channel. We have men, women, Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Indian. I'm sorry if I left you out. Everybody, you know, like we have everybody watching, and it brings up a lot of questions that we get, and we've had people asking our production manager a lot of questions too, and we'll get to those a little bit later. But we wanted to kind of address the interracial dating because some people want to know how we feel. So for me, obviously, and well, it's not obvious. I guess it's not obvious. I don't really care what race you are. I think that everybody's beautiful, and as long as you're a humble human being, you're awesome. Like, I don't really have a preference. So for me, I'm all for it. Live your life. I've dated Black men, white men, Asian men, Mexican. It doesn't really matter. For me, live life. Kendall?
I ain't got no time.
I ain't got no time.
No, I don't. I think what matters most is how we mesh and blend and live.
The rhythm.
Yes, live the rhythm. That's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. I'm an equal opportunity employer. I'm not employing you.
Or you might be. Like,
no. I just like beards. So whatever color you are with a beard, holla at your girl.
Okay, I guess I have a different opinion. I don't care what other people do, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say I have a preference. I love Black men, but I've been told that by Black men, you don't look like you date Black men. I'm like, whatever that means. But I love Black men. I do, but I'm not gonna turn a white guy or Asian guy or whatever he is away because he's whatever race that he's been assigned.
That's true.
That is true.
I think I'm kind of with Lisa. I am an equal opportunist at this point in my life. So anyone. No, I'm joking. But no, but I have a preference as well to Black men. I think that's kind of changed. I think growing up, I went to like predominantly white schools. So I think I had a preference towards white guys because that's all I've seen. But growing as I got older, my preference, Black and bearded. Hashtag.
Black and bearded.
Come get at me. Chocolate baby.
Ooh, that made my soul jump.
Yes. Right? Just Black and bearded. Just
Black and bearded is pretty special.
It is.
I'm down for some Latin love though too. So
they passionate. You know.
Is that what it is?
Well, yes.
Never heard that.
No? Never?
I've never heard that before.
I have. I dated a Colombian. He was really passionate.
Yeah.
And a Mexican. He was really passionate too.
dude, my homegirl.
That makes sense.
My homegirl was like, they speak Spanish to you.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, I said Latin people. She was saying that some dude was all up in her ear in Spanish, and she liked that. And I was like, I want to
liked it.
She liked it.
But I mean, or you can have a Haitian man in your ear speaking French. So.
Okay.
That's
sorry.
Real. No, it's all right.
So,
inappropriate.
So you mentioned you've had experiences dating other races. Mm-hmm. How was that?
I enjoy it. I love Black men. I love Black men.
She said like she had it like Black men.
God made the Black man, but I also enjoy cultures, and I enjoy learning about different cultures. So in that, I've also learned to accept people of other cultures, including in my dating relationship. So for me, when I get to learn how to salsa and bachata dance and go to your family and eat all your food, family's house and eat all your food, like that's enjoyable for me. And it's something that is, I think, important, even if you're not going to date somebody, just learning about other people and their cultures and being very aware of everybody else other than just yourself or your culture is very important. So for me, it's always been really exciting. I've dated every race I can think of, minus Indian. I haven't gotten there yet. Like
conquer.
Yes. Like I haven't gotten there yet. But we're trying to get them in different area codes, so we'll see what happens. Kendall, I know you said that you have some experience. I know you said a little bit, but
I mean, no, and that might be why I'm open, because I, was in a situation for a very long time. So at this point in my life, I am open to whatever comes my way. That's healthy.
Yes. That's what it's about. It's about the healthiness. I don't think I feel like I've only really been in relationships with black men. But I've talked to other guys like Mexican. I think they're only Mexican though. I don't even really know. But I mean, I'm so open. I really just want to move to Samoa and find me a nice Samoan man. Okay, we can't go into that conversation. I don't know how deep it is for me. I really love my Islanders. I really do.
I've had a couple. A couple of them. No, and because like with my mom, that's like her thing. Like anytime I start dating somebody new, she's like, "Is he white?" I'm like, "What?
Why is she so excited? Yeah.
No, she wants me to date and marry a white man, and I'm just like, Mom,
Why?
I'm sorry, the chocolate love is
interesting.
real.
Yeah, what?
I don't know. It's always been that way.
Have you ever asked her, like, Mom, why does that have to be a white man? Is it specifically a white man?
Someone who's not black.
Oh, okay.
That's deep.
No, she's actually said to me she doesn't want black grandchildren. I don't know how serious she is when she says this, but she said it before.
Part of every joke is
a little bit of truth. But so yeah, she used to set me up on dates with guys, and they would usually be like her coworker sons who are not over 5 foot, and I'm just like, Mom, come on, you could at least get that part right. But so I did a lot of mixed guys, but I've dated a Russian dude.
What?
Yeah, I just like the way he said my name.
Oh.
How do you
say it?
I'm not Russian. I can't say it right.
What did it sound
What does it sound like?
You remember?
Like Delicia Rashad. It was like, I was just like,
Great Russian accent.
It was deep in there.
I believed it.
Shout out, Guinea. Anyways, no.
If he's watching, he should like send us an audio of him saying
Yeah.
the name.
That would be
So
dope.
every time it comes your part.
No, so I dated a Russian dude, and then I met this one white dude on Tinder. Not Tinder. What's that other one?
POF.
That
Ooh.
Plenty of Fish. And
The face.
I don't like that site.
no, it's like it was cool. Like I thought he was a genuinely cool ass white dude. Like we both had plugs, we both had tattoos, and I was just like, it wasn't no weird shit. Like he didn't approach me on no weird shit. It was just like cool. And then like when it got down to like intimacy, like we never had sex, but like we talked about it, and literally it would. For him, it was like a conquest. Like he would always say, "I've never been with a black woman," and I'm just like, I'm just a person. Like I'm just a woman.
Yeah.
You know, and that was his thing. And so after that, I was like, bye, because this is some weird shit. Clearly,
That's concerning.
And then I found out he's pretty much racist. Like he was one of those all lives matter people. So
So that's a racist.
no, because during like
Disclaimer.
the protests that were happening in El Cajon, you know how a lot of people were saying like, oh, all those people don't have jobs, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
He was saying that he did a little thing on Facebook about how like basically he agreed with that, like all those people don't have jobs, they're all on welfare. Like he put a post up, and I was just like, oh, we're not friends. So
Delete.
Backspace. Delete that.
So
Yeah,
like
that's
that fetish
concerning.
stuff is like it's weird.
Yeah, I'm
It's
glad
real.
that you brought it up, because when we were like discussing like, okay, we're gonna talk about this, and I didn't bring it, but the way that a guy that Kyle got information from posed the question, immediately I was like, fetish. Like there are men that embrace and love black women just in general, but then there is that fetish side, and like that's what makes me uncomfortable and like question, like, do you like black women, or is that like a fetish that
What's
you're
the
trying to
line?
Like something you want to cross off your list.
Yeah. And it's all these stereotypes and things built into that makes it like a fetish. And it just reminded, like, honestly, not to be that person that's like slavery, but it literally, but it does. It,
No,
like,
like,
it brings
I
it back
agree.
to like when the slave master would be like, oh, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just pick that black wench, and you know what I mean?
Have
Like,
fun
and
with
have
it.
fun with her, because
Flower.
there's that fetish, right? And also, I mean, there's other things, the destruction of the black family and emasculating men and things like that. But it just reminded me of that, of like, that cultural, that history of it. And so it just like weirds me out. Like, I guess the way that people approach it, like why is it such a thing? Like, why are you fetishizing black women?
Or mixed babies.
Is it really, this is weird, okay?
Okay.
But there's this part of me that's like, I'm tired of dating black men who feel like they got second best. So if it's a white guy who is like obsessed with me, there's a part of me that's kind of like, okay.
That one was real though. That was very
I'm just saying,
real.
because this has been my experience in my whole life.
Yeah.
Dating a black guy who really wants to be with a Latina, who really wants to be with the white girl, who really wants to be with the Asian girl, who really wants to be... It's like, you are with a black woman. Like, don't you understand?
Magic.
Yeah.
Right. But no, they don't. So,
That's
I've had
so
this.
sad. Oh, that's concerning and really sad.
So, yes, it's kind of twisted and it's a little weird, but there's this part of me that's like, okay, yeah, it would probably be nice to be with somebody who feels like they hit a jackpot. Mm-hmm. You know?
I feel you.
Which is not really a fetish, it's more like, you guys are awesome.
That's what I'm saying. I think there's a line.
There's
That's
a
what I'm
line.
saying. There's a line. I think there's men that are just like, I truly believe that black women are beautiful, and I don't think that's a fetish, but there's this twisted side that's just like...
The guy I dated.
Can you expand a little bit on like, I don't know if this is too personal for you, but like the experience a little bit, because I don't think I really understand. I just don't understand.
It was literally like, the conversation was like, I've never been with a black woman. Like, at first it was like, okay, I get it, you've never dated a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but then when it got to the point where we were discussing like moving forward, like with intimacy, it became weird. Like it started to feel like it was more of a conquest for him. Like, basically, I'm going to sleep with you, and then I'm going to go run home and tell all my white friends I slept with a black girl.
Yeah.
Like, that's how he was like coming at me. And so it got to that point and I was just like, okay, no, I'm not going to be that person for you.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Yeah. No,
I
shout
want to
out
hear
for
it.
him.
What are you going to say?
I just feel like that's so concerning to me that there are people literally running around thinking that way, and that scares me, because I do feel like, oh, I don't care like what ethnicity you are, but it scares me to think I would. That man was open and honest with you, but it scares me to think that I would date someone who may not be that honest with me and may have that in the back of their head. And I'm like, I don't want that to happen to me. I don't know. It's scary. It's a scary thought.
It happens.
So you know how there's a lot of like black guys who feel that way about white women, and white women don't say, "Oh no." So why? I don't know.
I think that it ties to like the hypersexualization of like the black body. It's like these weird things of why they're fascinated with black women versus I don't know if it's the same thing with black men dating white women. I think of like a submissiveness maybe that they're going for versus like this very like
It's our bodies.
Yeah.
I have questions.
It's this ass.
No, I mean just in general. So I'm gonna ask somebody.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can ask and maybe the viewers can answer.
Oh.
Yeah, I just want to know, like, what is it? Like, I don't know. I do know.
Like okay, like on the
Great, that's why.
on the White People Stop episode when Sylvia brought up the Hottentot Venus, or you know what I mean, and how it was like this this fetish of a black woman's body on display and all of that. So it's that like little like, oh, that's weird.
That's
like you don't want. I don't think anyone wants a man to be like, I really just want you for your ass. Like you know what I mean? You're like, okay, there's like other thing. I'm glad you like it, right?
Right.
I'm not speaking personally. I don't have one, but like,
Hey, little booties matter.
but you know what I mean. It's someone like solely like I want to be with you for like this very like this little, I don't know, like a sexual thing versus that's what it is. It's a sexual thing. It's not I like black women because of
They're resilient.
you know what I mean. It's a very sexual conquest. And
But
it's
even
just
black
weird.
dudes are like that. They just
Yeah,
so
I mean,
much
it's
for
not
ass.
just white men or other races, but that's what my thinking goes to sometimes. Like, and it's just the way that the question is posed. It's different from, I think, someone that has like a fetish where it's kind of like I think the person was like, I like beer and like I want this Nubian princess, and I was just like, wait, what? Like, you know what I mean? That's why I was just like, okay, we're in a different realm now. Like,
he
what?
likes country music, which is I'm like, I like country music, but not all of it because some of it's racist.
I know.
But
It's the way it's posed. I don't know if that makes sense.
You know what? Country music is low key tight. It's like the most ratchet.
I don't.
Country music
like
is
country
more
music.
rap. Is like some of the most ratchet music I've ever listened
I've
to in
also
my
heard
life.
the
white
most
people
racist
ratchet
music I've ever
Yes,
heard.
yes, it's white people trap.
Don't give them ideas.
I'm sorry. They already did it. They already did it.
They're gonna rename it now.
Wait.
They're gonna have this white boy come out.
Hey, country
have
music.
white
It's gonna be
people
white
stop
trap.
Country music.
I can't. Sylvia, go ahead.
I'm
She's
rubbing
fine.
your leg because I wanted to say something. Going off of what you said, I feel like I'm not saying everybody's like this, and I'm sorry, white men, if you get offended, but it's not our fault.
No, you don't
So
apologize.
I didn't say sorry, my bad. Okay, so
apologize.
I overheard these white guys having a conversation. They were talking about how they would date black women, but they wouldn't take them home to mom. They wouldn't marry them, but they would date them. So to me, that speaks more to your fetish thing because it's like, oh, you date her, but you wouldn't wife her. She's not wife material. So for me, so for me, it's not. I know it's not. Obviously, everybody's not like that. I get that. But having that in the back of my head is something that I'm like, well, what if this is something that's normal amongst them? Because they didn't know I was listening to the conversation. They didn't know I had, eyes looking.
That reminds me, because
Talking
like
just
with
like-
PLF, all those online dating things, like a whole bunch of white dudes they have hit me up in there, and I'm just like, you know good and well, if we were out in the street, if I was at Starbucks, you wouldn't say hi to me, you wouldn't approach me. So I feel you, completely agree.
Speaking of approach, I'll get to that later. That was one of the questions you guys are going to hear later, actually. So I want to talk about you, Natalie, and actually have you start some of this conversation. Obviously you're interracial. How do you feel about interracial dating from the outside looking in? Because I know that you've obviously seen your dad and your mom, and then your mom in other relationships because you have a little sister that's also biracial as well, right?
Yeah. From the outside looking in, I feel very confused about this because I watched my mom get attacked from both sides. Like I watched black women look down on my mom for dating a black man and having a mixed race child. And then I also watched white people be mad at her for dating black people. And so I was just like, I don't know. It was confusing to me as a mixed race person. Sometimes it's a little confusing because that's not the skin that I live in to say, well, white people can only date white people or black people can only date black people. Because without the, I wouldn't exist, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little like I don't really understand where that come from. I understand having a preference for one thing over the other, but I don't understand this notion that that white women can't be with black men. And I think I understand a little bit more now that I'm older, talking to black men and how they speak about black women, the disrespect that they have for black women, and why, maybe some of the reasons why they choose to date white women. I can see now where that comes from. But as a child growing up, I didn't understand why my mom was receiving all this hate because she chose to love someone. So I don't know. I'm still confused.
That's a big deal.
That's a really good point because it happens on both ends. It's not just black men who are saying like the whole preference thing. Like, I mean, I don't like using the word preference unless like you really mean preference. Like,
Right.
do you mean like preference like I prefer this person over this person because X, Y, and Z, or is it just like a general thing like I just love everybody? Because I dated a guy who said that it's not a preference, it's just I love everybody. So I don't know, like I can say I have a preference for black men. I choose black men over all, but I'm open to everybody else.
Right.
But then there are these black men who say the same thing, but then they have all these negative things to say about black women, and that's the reason why. That usually just follows stereotypes that have nothing to do with
So confusing. Your mama black.
Right.
So many
Your
black.
babies are
Your
going
baby
to
gonna be half. Like I don't.
baby gonna be black
It's so
regardless.
confusing to me. It's so confusing to me.
understand.
I don't understand it, but
That's
It's
what
hurtful.
happens. It is.
I have taught my little brothers that they can date whoever they want, but I tell them that they need to understand that black women are beautiful, and I would prefer that they would, but it is because of, it's not to down white women or any other race, but it is because of that bias that's in our community and how, you know what I mean, that men, how they think, how black men think about black women. It's like, I don't want some other little beautiful, you know, black girl, chocolate or whatever to feel that, especially for my little brother. So I'm like, y'all can date whoever you want to date, because I think you should see people as human and not necessarily their race. But I'm like, if you, it's okay to date other people as long as you know though that black women are beautiful, that you came from black women, that you're being raised by a black woman.
right.
And please bring a black girl home. John Omari, I'm just saying.
Yeah, and I do kind of get, like, now being an older mixed race person, most people assume that I'm just black, or I don't know. They assume a lot of things about what I am. But I understand a little bit more, like, the anger behind it, in like, sometimes I feel like there are no black men, like, available, and then you walk down the street and you see this black guy with this Latina girl, and she's beautiful and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's kind of like, yo, like, where do you find him at?
Right?
Where was he? Because and the thing, they are there, but it's that choice that they're choosing to not be with black women. I can understand where that anger comes from now.
Also, I wanted to also mention, like, it's not even just black men. Like, black men literally have an option to date any kind of woman there is. Like, every kind of woman is going to be attracted to them. Even in, like, I don't even know, indigenous countries, they can go and there's going to be somebody who's going to be like, oh my God, chocolate. Like, whatever language they speak. But with black women, for some reason, we are rejected by everybody. It's like either white dudes are afraid of us, Asian dudes just don't talk to us, some Mexican dudes, Latinos, they just as racist as white people, and then you have black men who think that we're intimidating or whatever it is, and it's like, literally, who are we left with?
Yeah.
Each other. And it's like all these lesbians
Right now.
No, but there's like, it's a true thing. Like, sometimes I feel like there's no one, not even just black men. There's like no one.
Yeah. When I'm glad you brought that up, because when I was considering dating, I felt like I was like number one at the bottom of the totem pole. We all know I'm tall. I'm huge. It's okay. I'm not huge. Just it's okay.
You can so live in your truth.
I'm tall. I'm dark skinned, and I don't think I have a RBF, but I just feel like resting. I don't.
Resting bitch
face.
We say bitch for Sylvia.
Thank you. So I don't think I have one, but by default I'm intimidating, and I don't know if it's because I'm quiet, because maybe it is quiet. That can be intimidating, but I just feel like it's like, dang, like, you tall, and you skinny, and you chocolate, and like you're already just like, dang, I'm already at the shoot. I mean, what am I gonna do? You know?
The gag is you're beautiful.
But the gag is
so you're beautiful. Okay,
Kiki.
No, but seriously, that's something that we have to consider, because what did we? I don't know what I was watching, but they're saying that it was on. What's his name's video? He's saying
giving
that,
it to you.
Thank you. It's coming. He was saying that, like, black women are the least taking care of women on this earth out of all of us. Out of all the races, we're the least taken care of, the least appreciated, the least looked at as beautiful. Yeah, we're the least protected. All of the above. Like, and then they wonder why we fend for ourselves, why we have single parent homes, why moms have to be moms and dads in the single parent home, why we're so strong and resilient, why we have such attitude sometimes. Because sometimes you just have to learn how to deal with things, and sometimes that changes you. That don't mean you want to be this way. It just means you have 5 kids that you got to take care of because your husband's not there anymore. It doesn't matter if it's black, white, Asian, Hispanic. We just learn how to get through it.
Yeah.
and we make sure we get through it. So I just think I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, we are at the bottom of the totem pole in terms of society. But if you look at what we've overcome, we've done so much. We can be a man and a woman in a relationship if we absolutely have to, if the father decides to go. We can do both. We can be everything that you want us to be and more. So kudos to us. Just Jesus made us.
Magic.
But for real, it's something that we really have to think about, and something I don't think people recognize within society, that we are not looked at as the European beauties. I was showing Ayana a video actually yesterday on Facebook, and it was this guy saying black women are beautiful and magic, and I was like, and it was all these like island black women in these bikinis, and I was like, Ayana, I don't know how I feel about this, because I want to be like, yeah, but then I want to be like, no, because he started zooming in on the booty. No, he started zooming in, sexualizing and bringing in that sexualization of women again, and I was like, that's what I don't agree with, but I do agree that we're magical. You know,
beautiful girls.
But why do we have to be magical? But he's pertained, like he couldn't talk to them about their minds.
Magical.
How many degrees they got? Yeah, exactly. And that was where I was like, I want to love you, but I can't.
No, because I'm magical and I ain't got one. So.
There's a little bit of magic there. Just a little.
Yeah, there is a little bit.
It's a natural one though. Natural ass is where the magic's at. If you're looking for natural,
we don't judge.
Gotta be a natural.
But if they gotta, you know,
like if you got the money, live your life.
Hey,
I'm just saying,
it's just not gonna be as magical. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you that truth. It might be a little lopsided, but it
might not move.
It might be, plush and everything, but it's not gonna be as magical.
So that obviously plays into my next question for us. How do we feel about people, doesn't matter if they're black or white, Asian, Hispanic, whatever, saying, I don't date black girls. We're magical, so we don't know why.
But you get that deep
we don't know why. I don't know why. But
I just would want to know why. Like, what is... Look at us.
It depends on where... See, the thing is, I was going to say, it depends on where that comes from. Like... But at the same time, if you're open to everyone and you're not fetishizing or obsessed with dating someone who's not black, then there really shouldn't be a reason. I don't know.
I think there's some pertaining to black men. There are some black boys that just get hurt by a black woman. It could be their mom. It could be their sister, or a betraying ass ex-girlfriend. As far as everybody else, I don't know. I don't know. I have had a guy tell me he wasn't going to date any more black women after he dated me.
Damn. Why?
I don't know what I did.
What did you do then, man?
I broke up with him.
Oh, he hurt.
Right.
He hurt.
He is currently married to a Latina.
I don't know why anyone wouldn't want to date me. I'm fantastic. So, I don't know.
I love how we kind of turn every show into like
Black Girl Magic.
We're really single. If you haven't noticed, we can be talking about something so serious. And we're like, so anyways, I'm like super single. You got that.
Because we are.
Because we hella single. Like,
but we're okay with that, and we do love it still. We know how to operate in our
I
singleness.
appreciate my singleness.
And we're efficient in our singleness.
Yeah.
That's what we all tell ourselves at night.
I tell myself that all the time.
I get to sleep just fine, okay? I get to sleep just
I sleep every night very okay. But I feel you on, I desire a relationship, so I feel you on that.
She's coming back.
I'm so sufficient.
But yeah, no, I'm fantastic, and I want a partner in life, but I'm okay with singleness too.
Speaking of partners in life, so we had some questions from our viewers. And somebody wants to know how Natalie's feeling. So I'm going to go ahead and cover a couple of questions that some of our viewers have asked. I just said that right. Just kidding. So I wanted to cover that. First one, I'm going to go ahead and start with Kendall. So you had somebody ask you, obviously, we know you have a little one. He's so beautiful. Having a little one, do you think that has, and obviously he's African American, do you think that would change your chances or your thought process on dating somebody who's not black or dating a white man?
Honestly, no. I think limiting myself to dating inside my race goes against what I tried to teach him to do and who to be, and that is to be open to people for who they are. what matters the most is how me and my significant other relate to each other. Doesn't matter what skin he's in, because that's setting an example for my son. So if this is healthy and it's good, and and you know, you're white, Asian, Indian, doesn't matter. That's what's most important. So, no.
Yeah, and his father is there.
Yeah, his daddy is active.
His daddy is there and active in his life. So
Right.
he gets to have that strong role model in his life regardless.
Yeah,
Ooh, I
that's
almost
true.
went left field with that. Like, so wait, is the assumption that his daddy is
No,
That might
no,
be the assumption.
there could be the assumption. I also
Is it because she's
was
black?
I was like, maybe, like, is he intimidated by black men? Like, maybe he thinks, like, the dad's in the
Oh.
life and is like, oh, am I going to have to deal with
No. Yeah.
black men? That could be it. I don't know who asked the question. I would want to know a little background of, because it was an interesting question when it got brought up. I was like, oh, shoot, I wouldn't even think.
So not that he matters, but you know, I think you have to be secure in who you are. Like, I'm here, we're in a relationship, we're happy, I obviously have a situation, but if you're secure in who you are and you're confident, you don't have nothing to worry about.
Yeah,
So
I feel you.
She okay?
she be loyal, don't you?
Hashtag this one is loyal.
Thanks, Chris Brown.
Natalie, somebody wanted to know.
Her face.
I wish it was like a spotlight. Dun, dun, dun.
Natalie, somebody wanted to know the 3 characteristics that you look for in a man.
Only 3.
You only get your top 3.
Yo, my standards is high, y'all. So first and foremost, I think the person that I want to be with, I need them to have their own relationship with God. In the past, that has been like a huge issue of I take my spirituality serious. That's a big part of my life. And someone that doesn't, like, we're not going to vibe on that if you don't have your own relationship with God separate from me. Don't try to latch on, because I'm serious and I'm jealous, and I need me and God's time to be me and God's time. The second thing, I need you to, like, be ambitious, and not ambitious like I need you to be a millionaire. Ambitious like you have dreams and you're going after them, and you're living. You're not just existing through life. And the third one, only
Bearded.
3. Well, bearded.
Go
Yes,
ahead.
but what happens if they shave it? And I still like them. I just need you to grow it back.
I don't see that happening.
Not an option.
The beard changes everything sometimes.
You know what? I think the third one would really have to come down to what I've chosen to give my life to. And that's helping kids make really good decisions about their life and figuring out who they are. And so if my kids are down with you, like, if I can bring you around them because I know that you're going to be appropriate and, like, you're going to be able to vibe with them, because that's a huge part of my life, that's also something that I would probably be looking for. Someone, not that you, like, need to be the greatest babysitter in the world or whatever, but just that I know that I can bring you into that space and that they're going to feel safe with you being there. And it's not going to be like oh, that's Natalie's on the side. Like, I want him to be involved in some sort of way. So,
Love it. Delicia? Somebody just wants to know how to win you over. Just all of you.
All of it.
all of you.
All of you.
That's a very complex.
Yes, I need to take notes.
Right? I was like, Kendall said she need to take that. Don't worry, girl. I was like, I think I can marry Natalie with her characteristics.
Delicia said,
I was like, I got all
each
3, I
other, so,
think.
I mean,
You do.
I mean, honestly, there's always going to be something about that person that's going to get on my nerves. So I don't really think that there's a way to
That's
actually
true.
win me over, because, I mean, they get on my nerves. But
She stayed a little longer on this side.
I love you still. No, yeah, food. You said food.
That's a good one. I'm
Food
already
is
in
the
there.
number one.
I'm
If
in
you
there.
can cook, or you just like to eat as much as I do, We can have so much fun because there's like so much you can do with that.
Never mind.
Yeah. No. Actually, the only certain foods can go in the bedroom because I don't like to disrespect food like that. You can't have no chicken wing in the bed. That's just too much.
Chicken wings in the bed.
Okay, so food.
That I would love.
He has to like. Okay,
Interesting.
let me be me. Don't try to make me be anybody else. Like, don't think that you want who I am, which is a very multifaceted person, and then find out, oh, I'm not the mold that you want. And I think that should be with anybody that you date. Like, you cannot go into something with an expectation of what that person or who that person is going to be. You have to let them be themselves. So let me be myself, and that's a lot of things. I tell you that. I might scare you. What else?
Bring Ayana beer.
Ayana says you have to get through her too. You have to love Ayana to love me. Is pretty much
I like beer.
Miller High Life.
Exactly. She knows.
She knows about it.
I don't know. That's a weird question. I don't know. I like
Do you
food.
like
I like
to
to.
get like
You are
dudes
kinda
swept off your
mysterious.
feet? Like, what do you?
No, like what characteristics draw you to a person?
Oh, someone who's funny, who's like really funny and will laugh at my bad jokes or laugh at me. Like, I don't. Let's just laugh.
You want someone to laugh at you?
That's what people tend to do anyway. But I'm okay with it. I have no problem with laughing at myself. I don't know. Be your own person and be okay with that and not think that we have to do everything together. I think when I was younger, that's kind of what I thought relationships were. You're supposed to do all of these things together. But now that I'm getting older and like as an adult and dating, it's like, we don't even have time to do everything together. You have to go and do your own thing. So do not sit up under me, please. And push me. Guy who pushes me.
Yes.
Like that's, oh my gosh. That's amazing.
Not literally, guys.
No. Don't literally push me.
There's always that person out there.
That's you.
No, I knew what she meant, but I'm just saying there's people out
There's
there.
somebody who's going to go out there and push me. Watch, I'm walking on the street, somebody's going to push me now. You said you like to be pushed. If a white dude come up to me and push me, I swear, I'm quitting this podcast. You better not put your hands on me. Hey, bitch.
Oh my god.
Black is beautiful.
Oh shoot.
I might really cry. I'm just envisioning you like walking down the street and then some man just like pushes you into
That's
like,
white dude too.
pushes you into some bushes like just. Oh my god.
I'm just sitting there bewildered. Like,
She got so specific. She's like in North Park.
be like, that's meme. Just like,
That's where oh my god.
that's where it would happen.
That is so.
That's
I just didn't want nobody to push you. See, I was trying to help you out.
Oh, that was great.
Okay, so Ayana,
Sorry.
the question that someone gave you was 2 parts, probably 15 parts, but it's cool. One is, do you have a race preference, and would you date somebody outside of your religion?
Ooh. Racial preference, yes, black and bearded, like I stated before. But I'm open. Like I said, at this point in my life, no. In general, I love people. And outside of my religion, I don't think I can do it. No, it's too. I think spirituality, whatever that is for you, should be important to you. It's very important to me. So if we're on 2 different spiritual paths, it's just never gonna work out. Because I think it informs decisions, morals, things like that. And if we're not on the same wavelength, then being in a relationship, no. Being my friend, cool. Because I think of the end result being marriage, and then how is that gonna all be? I think of kids. How is that gonna formulate how I raise my child? Things like that. So I don't think I can do it, but we can be friends. Yeah, we can be friends.
I feel you on that. Yeah. I feel like as someone who isn't necessarily religious, that's been something that I've, like, the question I've posed to men that I've dated, like, who'll sit there and like, well, I actually had a guy who, when we first started talking, he said like, he wants a God-fearing woman or fearing woman, and I told him like that's not me. Like sorry, that's not me. And he's like, oh well, that's fine. I'm like, no, it's not fine. Like you can't compromise that part of you just because you want to date me. And they're like, well, I don't feel like I'm compromising. I'm like, well, whatever. You're basically wasting your own time at this point.
How you gonna walk in saying I want a God-fearing woman, but it really don't really matter.
It don't matter.
It's not a big
You
deal.
really didn't want one.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't think it would work.
Then again, I think a lot of guys say that because they think it sounds good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do you really want to go?
That is
Like,
so
just in case
true.
she's like God-fearing, let me say.
Right, like, that's what I want.
But they want you to be a freak at the same time.
Like,
But I'm God-fearing. I don't have sex.
hey, wait a minute. Hold on. God-fearing doesn't mean that you cannot be a quote-unquote freak.
Okay,
That's
I'm thinking
very true.
as like someone who's actually going to be following the Bible
Meaning
verbatim. You're not having
premarital
sex.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you shouldn't be worried about if I'm a freak or not. You supposed to be worried about my screw.
Ooh, I'm chilling.
You can be a freak, but he's saying he want it right now. He's not trying to put a ring on it and then get the freak. He's
And
like,
that's most of y'all spiritual men.
Yeah, I can't.
child.
I can't.
Do you have any more questions?
Yeah, somebody asked me would I date somebody shorter than me. I have.
Wait. Everyone else is all
I try to get
so slow. It was like,
Right.
so yeah, and then she was like, just sort of nope.
I don't feel like it's
Read
it's
the
that-
question slowly, Sylvia. What did they ask you?
Sylvia, would you date somebody shorter than you? With the man voice. And my thing I have, is it my like final destination preference? No. But they were magical and I was like, oh my gosh, you're awesome. So then you just might be magical enough for me. So it doesn't really matter.
Ooh, this is
What if
breaking
you're so
news.
new
This is new developments.
In life.
So they just have to be magical. Huh?
So your husband, your future, your true love could be a magical midget.
No. Backspace delete.
No.
Backspace, no.
What's like the
No?
shortest?
Okay.
Don't go there.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So what's the shortest?
Don't go there. I think we can't go there because I think height is a thing for guys. Like
Oh.
that's a thing. I noticed that when I was like online dating at one point in my life. I totally regret that. Mm-hmm. But they always say, well, and I'm 6 foot, since that's really important. It's a thing. I think they get a little sensitive.
They do.
To me, it reads as that they're sensitive about that. Like, there are women out there that are saying, I will only date you if you're 6 foot and over. And, you know, if you 5'11", you almost there. And I'm not going to cut you for that.
But that's
a lot of short guys.
I've had
Well,
that
not
interaction. They're like, what are you, like 5'11", 6 feet? You know, I'm 5'11" and a half, but you're really 5'10". But you don't want to say that, so you're like, I'm 5'10", 5'11" and a half, 0.39849. Like, just say you're 5'10". It's okay. I'm not going to wear heels every day. I'm not going to wear Timbs every day. We'll be all right. I'll wear some sandals.
I'm writing this
Like,
down. What is today's?
Yeah.
This is the
writing
thing,
down what
guys.
she said.
Well, no, dating shorter guys is not new.
I know who you're talking about.
Okay, he's
but-
not the only one. There have been 2. Ooh, that's it? Jeez, I'm sorry, short man. 2. There's only been 2, but that's more than 1. So, and 0. So,
That's more than one.
yeah. The other ones are either my height or taller. I mean, look, just live your life. Just try. Just try.
Just live your life.
Just try. This is the thing about Sylvia. If you come and talk to me, I'm never going to just shut you down. I might eventually be done with the conversation. You might ask for my number, and I'll just be like, oh, nice to meet you. And I'll keep on going, but I'm not going to be from the giggle. You'll never see me just be like, and then go. Like, you're always going to at least get a conversation out of
Not me, though.
You'll actually get that because I
Yeah.
feel like it's hard for men to come up to, especially because I'm tall. I get it. It's hard for men to come up to women in general. And then on top of that, you want to make sure nobody wants to get hurt. Nobody wants to get shot down. I get that. So, and I respect that. It's a big thing. So if you come up to me, I'll say hi. We can talk for like 7 to 8 minutes and then we can move on. You know, doesn't mean you're going to get my number, but I will not disrespect the struggle in you attempting. So I'll give you all the props for that. But yeah, so general questions that we had other viewers want to know. One of them was, how do I approach black women and what should I not do? Kendall, let's start with you.
Kendall, say what you think. Just say what you think.
Yeah, just be friendly. Don't compliment me on my physical appearance at all. And don't say any racist jokes that you think I might find funny, because I probably won't.
What if it's not about black people?
And if I say no, let that be it, huh?
So what if it's not about black people?
I still won't find it funny.
Do you think it's funny when black dudes say racist jokes?
No, I don't.
I'm just asking.
Oh, yeah, I know. I don't. I feel like you can't be one or the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, if you are against, like, racism, you need to be against racism towards everyone. That's just my personal philosophy. But then the last thing is, if I say that I'm not interested, don't call me a B. Don't tell me I'm stuck up. No means no. Boundaries are a thing. So, yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And that's it. Just be nice. Be yourself. That's all.
I'm always confused. I just live a confused life. This question confuses me because I am of the opinion that we are just women. And if you are going to approach any other girl of any other race or ethnicity with respect and wit and charm, then you can feel free to approach me in the same way. Now, when I say that, I am talking about the initial approach. So yes, feel free to say hello. You don't have to slide through looking like Fetty Wap to get with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to fake the funk at all. Just be yourself. But moving forward, like if we were dating or something, I think the dynamic we'd have to figure that out a little bit, because I do think black women are different than other types of women or other races of women. And so you would just have to be open to learning about me and who I am and my background. And I would appreciate if you appreciated the same things. But that all comes in time. And so I just say hello and just be a normal human being.
I'll piggyback off of that. Just the same thing. Nothing, you don't have to do anything theatrical. Don't quote Malcolm X. Don't be dramatic. Just be yourself. Approach me like how you approach anybody else, with respect. Hopefully that's how you approach everyone else. Right? Because I was kind of thinking when you said that, like, maybe that is how they talk to other race women, like, and they can just get away with that shit. Like, I don't know. I'm not white, so I've never been approached by a white man in a white existence, so I don't know how that goes down.
I've never been white.
I've never been white, so I don't know that experience. You guys should tell me about that, actually. So I want to know how you approach white women.
I don't have a comment because it's just piggybacking, but I would say to any viewers who are white men that are thinking about approaching black women is tackle whatever stereotypes and things you have in your head that is blocking you from looking at that person as a human being. Right. And as a woman, I think tackling those things will help you approach black women. Yeah. So that's what I have to say.
Snaps.
Yes. The next question was what are our biggest fears in dating white men? I'm gonna go ahead and sum this up because I feel like we've covered it already. One is being your escapade. We're not Ebony's. Like, that's not us. So if you're not down for the real cause, then there's really no point in trying. Unless you find one that's really down for your cause, then it's cool. But we're not down for that cause. And then what I covered is, like, you want to date me, but you wouldn't wife me. Tackling that, even within yourself and dealing with your own culture, that might be a thing you might want to work on too, so that if it does become a thing for you and you decide to date somebody of another race, not even just black women, you're able to defend her honor even without her being there, without being ashamed, because that's something that people have to deal with dealing with interracial relationships as well. But the last question we'll cover, since we have a lot of them, but we're going to cover this last one. Last one is going to be for all of us. Packages. UPS. So packages. You package short. So I made that up right now. I know. Okay, so somebody wanted to know. Somebody said, "Hey, I have an average package. How do I impress a black woman, any woman, but a black woman who's maybe used to larger size packages.
Can I
Do your research.
Sorry, I'm gonna kill this. Okay, I am so sick of this rumor. Y'all gonna be mad at me, and I don't care.
No,
sorry, black men, not sorry, but none of y'all don't have big dicks. Okay, that needs to stop. Most of the men I've been with are black, and not all of them have had donkey dicks. Okay, so and you know who you are. I'm not gonna say no names, but y'all do not all have these donkey dicks, and so that just kill that. So white boy, your dick is probably bigger than the black dude that's sitting next to you. So feel good about yourself. You can fuck her just as well as he can. Actually, even better, because you know what these dudes. Let me tell you about black men with these big dicks. Okay, y'all come in, y'all think because y'all got a big dick, or there's a rumor that you guys have big dicks. So y'all all think in your head that y'all got whatever you got is a big dick. Whatever. And you come to these different women with the same little stroke, little half stroke that you got going on, and they got the nerve to talk about us riding too. They said, what, scooting the chair across the room? So let me tell you, white boy, do what you do.
Do it.
Do what you do. And if wherever you lack, you just clean it up.
I clean it up.
Off the soapbox.
I will say what Delicia said.
Nothing for her.
The thing is that you came in saying it's average. Which is
That's not average.
it's already average.
American dicks are average. That's just in America.
Is there a statistic? Which
There are statistics on the different. Well, they have it on different regions of America, and basically in America, men have the most average size ass dicks. So none of y'all got big dicks.
Oh my God.
Let me just bust that bubble for you.
Where did you get this information?
Okay, so I follow Narissa Nefertari. She is amazing. That is my sex therapist mentor. She's awesome, and she got all of that. She has like the maps
Oh wow!
on her website. Mm-hmm.
Where did she get it from, though?
The internet.
What do you guys think for our average package size male?
Sorry.
Yeah, I think you need to do your research. I mean, if you feel like you're not, sufficient in that area, you can make up for it in other areas. So do what you gotta do.
Creative.
Yes.
I think what I'm hearing is that it all kind of comes down to like confidence and just being confident in who you are and not letting the world in on having a say about who you can approach, who you can be with, what your intimacy looks like. Like let all that stuff go and just be you and come in and rock it, and then you'll be fine.
Or you can watch some porn. You can watch some porn. Yeah. The good amateur stuff, not the hardcore fake stuff. Watch some porn. And you can see how it goes down.
Oh my gosh.
You can look up average size white dick with black woman, and you can see how it goes down if you're really that curious.
Is it that specific?
I'm pretty sure you
That's
can.
a specific question.
I think
I'm giving us.
I think there's probably a Pornhub category that is.
There is Tumblr. Let me tell you about the Tumblr pages.
Oh my god. My kids get in trouble for this.
I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Please.
She just has so much information. You guys,
We might have to do when Black Girls
whoever's
Brunch after dark.
whoever's
Shoot her in the
question
DM.
was, DM her. Okay, she has tons of resources. She's gonna help you out. She's gonna take you from average to above average.
Because everybody has
In 30
the ability to have the best stroke game in the world.
Best stroking.
All right, well.
I will say rhythm. Okay, just rhythm. I'm gonna just say that.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Does he not have rhythm?
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're not saying you guys don't have rhythm. That's not a stereotype at all. So basically,
That's not a stereotype at all.
I did not.
just throwing that out there.
I'm saying rhythm. Whatever.
So guys,
Rhythm Nation.
men, chocolate men, vanilla men, peanut butter men, caramel men, all of you men.
Ooh, peanut butter man. That sounds delicious. But can I get a swirl? Can I get like chocolate and peanut butter together?
Oh,
You can get chocolate, white, and a little swirl caramel.
That would be Samoan.
I like how she made it Samoan somehow. She's like
Samoa.
It's
Oh,
Samoa.
add a little coconut in
There it
That's
is.
what you
There
need.
it is.
Get a
There it
little
is.
flavor.
All right, guys. So at the end of the day, men in general, doesn't matter what race you are, we still love you. Yes. Because I just want to let you know that. 'Cause I don't think that came across very well.
It didn't.
Wait, can I say something? I really think that, okay, men watching, tell us why. I really want to know why you're afraid to approach Black women. Like, I'm being so serious, no judgment. Like, I think it's important for us as women, because maybe it's something that we're not getting. Maybe we're putting off this, like, scary vibe. So I think it'd be important for us to know. So if you have a story, share your story, but let us know why you're afraid.
Like, this is why.
Why are we so scared?
Because that girl in the middle.
No, I think
I'm gonna put Delicia's pictures all over the internet, like, beware.
Wherever that one.
But when she was in this pose. So
You're gonna become a meme.
Yay!
Why is it the goals?
can we come back?
Okay, sorry.
Can we swirl it up? Thank you.
Swirl it up.
So at the end of the day, what it comes down to, I think what I've concluded, and I hope you concluded, is it comes down to your confidence. We're just women. I know we're complicated women, not just us, but women in general are complicated. But just be confident. Understand that we're women just like everybody else. And we hope that you have the confidence to, like, what's a good term? We hope you have the confidence to be able to, number one, date people of other races, specifically Black women with us, and not be ashamed of it. And I think our recommendations are make sure that if you're going to come, you come real. Be completely honest about where you're at. If this is just an escapade for you, that's fine. But don't leave us in the dark about that, because when we find out, we're going to be pissed, and then you might see the
This is why maybe we're...
Diary of a Black woman.
I get it now. She just
get a
almost threatened it. Like, she threatened them.
We might get a little irritated, but what woman wouldn't? What person wouldn't?
Yeah.
Even if you were a dude, you wouldn't want us doing the same thing to you. So have that same respect going back and forth.
I like that shit.
Dudes like that shit.
Just go treat us how you would want to be treated at the end of the day. Have confidence, live your life, go and try it. Just do it for fun.
Try it.
Just have fun. Okay? So we still love you all. Don't be scared.
Don't be
Natalie,
scared.
go ahead and live your life.
Stay hydrated, stay moisturized, and as always, stay Black, guys.
Stay Black.
Bye.